This is less of a boxing of the iPad 11th generation, or the A16 iPad, and more of a talk about what benefits are there for buying Apple's most budgeted iPad, and is it the right way of going to purchasing this? And I'm going to tell you, as things have changed with their Apple Pencil, this one's the, I guess the Apple Pencil USB-C, compared to when we were using the unicorn Apple Pencil for the 10th generation iPad, which I call that the Frankenstein iPad. I think things have gotten a little bit better. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me down in the comments if you disagree with me. But considering I got this cable here and the Apple Pencil charging, let's get into the first box. So during, I guess what we're gonna say, which was Mother's Day, Best Buy had a sale on this lovely iPad, and I've never owned a yellow color iPad, so I was enthused by owning a yellow iPad. Looking at the box, we got iPad in yellow. We even have the Apple logo in yellow. Gotta love Best Buy for throwing on Sharpies on an Apple box for their inventory. You guys can't print out a sticker. Anyway, I'll leave my little tiff about Best Buy alone due to the fact that, at least my local Best Buy, a lot of the stuff are disappearing in the stores. Anyway, let's move on. All right, so big upgrade from the 10th generation iPad to the 11th generation iPad, straight out, is the storage. 128 gigabytes of storage. This iPad retails for $350. During the Mother's Day sale, I was able to get this iPad for $299, 50 bucks off. It kind of made it tempting for me. Again, at that price, appreciate it. Definitely thinking that for me, this was a value purchase. Again, both looking at this iPad and moving it around, we have the both pull tabs and another Apple logo on the back of the box. All right, so just gonna pull these lovely superficial lovely peel tags, peel them off. I suppose definitely has made opening these iPads much easier. Sliding the box and not really getting too much fought through the box. Nice, decent box, scratchy material on it. Anyway, it's not like you really came to know about the box. Again, here we have the iPad wrapped in paper, so it's been doing this since 2020. And our little goodie bag in here for the manuals. Color sheet of manual, just showing, hey, we got the iPad here. It shows us the buttons, volume, etc. And you can put the Apple Pencil USB-C now pretty much on the side of the iPad because they've designed the magnets to do that. And we have a smart connector. All right, and regulation sheet. So we've been there, we've done that. Apple has made this opening much minimalistic now. USB-C cable, if you still have that old version of an iPad that you need a lightning adapter. And 20-watt adapter. Man, I wish they would throw this into any existing phone, but it's okay. We can live without our adapters and pay an extra 20 bucks. All right, moving this out of the way, we have our futuristic color. It's you know, it's like a golden yellow, metallic yellow. Definitely love this here. Again, just gonna move this piece of paper out of the way. You know, first thing that we're gonna definitely see signs of is that wish Apple would just come out with this version of this iPad in like space black. I think people would appreciate it only because of the really huge bezels that they have. And I'm gonna compliment Apple for not throwing white bezels on this iPad. Looking at this iPad, we have the speaker slots, USB-C. This is USB 2.0. It's not the fast one. Again, budget, your connector right here. Again, this is a budget device. You're not going to get a 3.0 or you know, what the M4 iPad has in there, which is the Thunderbolt, what, 5 or 4? I think it's 5. No, I'm pretty sure it's 4. Only the Mac Mini has the 5. Again, some more speaker slots. These are not quad speakers. When you move the tablet, depending on which way, 2 of the speakers will work at a time. And your 48 megapixel camera and little flash, your power up and down button, and your fingerprint sensor, and that. And stating that, iPad's pretty light. You have your centered camera with the center staged camera in there, which is awesome. Appreciate that, Apple, on that. All right, so now having this iPad, paying the $299 that I did, again, it's a budget, you're gonna need a case. Really, personally to me, the only 2 cases that I believe are even worth paying for, say like this Logitech Combo Touch case. Right now it's like retailing at $155. I think that's like the best bet. It's also offering absolutely the best protection for an iPad, and you know, pull long cable so you can pull it out. If you're used to these and understand these type of cases that we have here, from like the other iPads, usually you're able to just switch the keyboard and pop it on here. But due to the way the magneting placing is, you're not able to do that, but you are kind of able to cheat the system and kind of pop the magnet part of it this way. And once it's connected in right, it's a little fight, but when it does connect in there correctly, you are able to flip it backwards. Can't remember how to do this. So that is one of the tweaks. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but that is one of the problems with this case. You just throw it on the back like this and let it go. All right. Logitech Combo Touch for 10th gen and A16 iPad. Best case that you can purchase. Durability, if you're gonna have this for, say, buying it for your child as an iPad that they're gonna use in school, they're able to use it. And even having that Apple Pencil USB-C just slides right in here. Times of the day, you know, perfect little case for it. So this is one option. Again, there are many of them. You go on Amazon, you can absolutely check and see many options of cases. This case here, though, I feel is the best one. It offers the best protection. You know, got a little whatever on it because I've had some use with it as I use it, and easy to clean and keep clean. All right, now going on. Never using this case. Seeing it at the time that I did see it, I think last year when the 10th gen iPad came out, I was skeptical about it. I still am, but I was able to get a decent deal. Actually, $189 buying it through Target, using my Target card, getting like 10% off, price matching it. Ta-da, now we're here. Surprisingly though, I paid almost like $60 to $70 less than what I paid for the lovely banana iPad. I like this color. I don't know. Even paying the $150, like $160 for the Combo Touch Logic case, but I do know that I need to have a case that protects the iPad. That's the main goal. I just don't know if Apple has really thought about this pricing wise. It's a little crazy. Just to my opinion, it seems as though the accessories are way more than even the product itself, but I'll get over it. Again, we always pay that Apple tax, and I'm proud to pay for it because I understand that I am paying for quality, and if I do get Apple Care with my iPad, and a lot of people don't realize that, Apple will allow you to put Apple Care on one Apple product accessory. Whether it's your Apple Pencil or your Magic Keyboard Folio, personally to me, probably do it with the Folio. I did that with my M4 iPad. I actually dropped that Folio Apple case and they replaced it for 30 bucks. Brand new one. Very happy about it. And then this here, if you pick the USB-C Apple Pencil up the right times of year, you can get this for $70, $69.99. That's when I would say buy it. If you can get it any cheaper, you have a phenomenal deal. Putting this and this together, we're hitting almost $250 here, guys. If you get them at the right time, the right price, compared to at the right time, the right price, $299. It's crazy. I almost bought a whole nother iPad just for accessories. All right, and stating that, hold off on this Apple Pencil unboxing. We have the Magic Folio. Again, big thing here, two big giant peel tabs. I'm just gonna peel them. And if you guys haven't already, right now, please help my channel out and click subscribe if you haven't. And if you're liking this video, please hit the like button. Let YouTube know that you enjoy my content, that I am worth your time, and that my content is valuable to you. On that note, just looking at this, this would be the second option compared to the Logitech Combo case. And let's just open it up, that out of the way, and look at that, we got more paper. All right, hey, at least it's not plastic, nothing else in here. Just for giggles, it seems as though, are we gonna fight it? Is it all just in one thing? It looks like paper and cardboard. I know I could pull the little tab doodad thingy, but what fun is that? Let's see if I can get this out without pulling the tab thingy and just sliding it around. And no, guys, I'm keeping this. I'm not gonna go return it. All right, so one major flaw in this case already that I see. It's made out of this white material. I remember having the Magic Keyboard back in the day when it first came out for the M4 iPad, and it was white and it got dirty pretty quick. All right, now stating that, magnetic back, yes, fits the camera arrangement, awesome. And if I'm not mistaken, we should be able to bend this up. Yes, and there is a cover for the back, so you can stand this puppy up. All right, excellent. All right, now moving on. We got a little cardboard insert, pretend iPad, thank you. Oh, and just make yourself aware that inside that little cardboard thing is the, specifications, the little, make sure you clean it, probably tells you how to clean it, and your instruction manual. All right, so that kind of hides in that cardboard insert. Again, we're just gonna throw this in here and leave it to be like everybody else does, so nobody ever sees it for the rest of their life. And throw it in there, put it right back. And on that note, just gonna move that over here. I'm gonna move the iPad here. So we have your Combo Touch case right here. Excuse me, the little pogo pins. And if I'm gonna be honest with you, it should connect magnetically, just like when we first had an iPad with the Folio combo, or any Folio case. Yeah, no, the combo keypad case back in the day. No, the cover case back in the day with the first iPad. So automatically, one thing that I'm looking at this keyboard, no backlit. Kind of disappointed, even though it's a budget keyboard, I guess you can call it that. It's pretty expensive. It's not a budget thing. I think even the budget keyboard, the budget iPad does deserve a backlit case. You do have all your buttons for bringing the brightness up, multi-switching the apps, your play, your sleep, your volume up and down, your lock. I think this is a decent sized trackpad for the size of iPad it is. Open and lock cover, and remember, this specific case is designed only for 2 iPads, and I'm surprised that they even kept this for the 11th generation iPad and didn't come out with the new one like they usually do for everything else, but I appreciate it. So if you did have the 10th gen and you were still looking into it, it's been over like a year or two, a few years, yeah. Do appreciate Apple at least even trying to do it. It is pretty heavy case for it as well, and you know, putting that on there does take a little practice. Snips into there, and then voila, we have your combo. Just going to bring this up a little and over to the corner so we can look at it. Put this in 0.5. Beg to differ. All right. So again, we have the keyboard here. We have the iPad here, the little folding stand. Now guys, straight out, you're not going to be able to use this thing on your lap. We know that. Just kind of like that is absolutely the kind of like the sacrifice that you're going to make for having the budget iPad. Here, let's just get this whole complete accessory thing fixed up. Again, you have your USB-C Apple Pencil, nothing big. Got one pull tab. Throw the pull tab here, pull it out, and every Apple Pencil you've ever owned has your instruction manuals, a little color card, doodad, a little piece of paper covering the Apple Pencil itself. Slide that out of here. This is where the USB-C port is. This is the Apple logo, very basic, but it does have the touch sensitivity, so the pressure sensitivity on it. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the tap to eraser part, but hey, again, sacrifices. Again though, looking at this, the one big deal that this thing does have is it actually has the magnet that appropriately can work with this iPad, unlike the Unicorn Pencil where it kind of popped off weird, or even like trying to put an Apple Pencil Pro on here, which is not compatible. So, I mean, Apple has really put this in here. All in all, what do you guys think? I think if you get the right deal, because now it seems as though these things are going on sale. $299 for the iPad, I got it for $189. And the Apple Pencil for $60. We're looking a little over, little under the price of a iPad Air for this. If you find the right deals, all three, you may not be able to buy it at the same spot. 128 gigabytes of storage now for this iPad. It's definitely a usable iPad, usable pencil. You're not going to get features like the Siri, new updated Siri. You might get the new updated Siri, but not the AI features. On that note, though, do appreciate it if you've stayed for the whole 20 minutes of this video, which is unedited. And I appreciate you staying for the talk. I think really, in the long run, buying the budget iPad can work out if you just get the right type of accessories. Personally, to me, I like the Logitech Combo. It offers, I think, a little more security for me on the sides. And I'll come back and talk with you guys about the keyboard and how I actually greatly appreciate it on this iPad in a different video. On that note, guys, appreciate it again. This is Consumer Compute, and I'll see you in my next video.